Snipers rarely reveal their position on the battlefield, instead taking advantage of any available disguise. Even urban vehicles can serve as cover for highly trained soldiers. This was the case with one of the most feared snipers in the world, linked to the IRA, who carried out attacks against British forces throughout the 1990s. During operations, a sniper may remain completely motionless for several days, guarding positions for weeks, hidden in holes, buildings, or dense vegetation. He waits for the perfect moment, patient and precise. But how did a soldier from the United States Army make history? And why do snipers avoid aiming directly at the head? And what is the longest distance sniper shot ever recorded? Stay until the end and find out. During the Iraq War, an insurgent sniper opened fire on a United States Army soldier, and the shot struck Chittum in the chest. What is impressive is that the ballistic vest absorbed the impact. Even so, despite the hit, he reacted quickly, took cover, and warned his platoon about the likely position of the enemy sniper. As a result, the unit repositioned itself, and 2 Humvees advanced toward the shooter's position, opening fire. The enemy sniper was wounded and attempted to flee, but without success, as he was located and disarmed. We know that snipers do everything possible to remain invisible, regardless of the environment around them. Take a look for yourself. Can you spot the sniper? In reality, the image shows not only a sniper, but also a spotter, the soldier who assists in target identification and in calculating the firing conditions. Even with extreme training and years of experience, before pulling the trigger, a sniper must go through a strict sequence of checks.
Positively identify my target, determine hold, check my cosine indicators and elevation, eye relief, refine aim, adjust power, parallax, and mill, steady breathing, check for scope shadow, trigger control, watch for trace, splash, strike or trace, recoil, assess and evaluate the impact, call my shot, what's in front of and behind my target, send it, shooter ready.
He must confirm the target's identification, control his breathing, calculate ballistic compensation, adjust the scope, and track the projectile's flight. To support the shooter, there is the spotter. Both work together, cooperating closely in search of the perfect shot.
All right, I want you raise it up a mil and a 1/4 mil left. Re-engage.
Got him.
The spotter is responsible for calculations and for giving precise instructions to the sniper. If a follow-up shot is needed, the spotter provides the necessary corrections. We know that several variables directly affect a bullet's trajectory. One crucial element is gravity. Throughout its flight, the bullet is constantly affected by this force. The projectile is pulled downward, meaning it does not travel in a perfectly straight line, but follows a curved path. For long-distance shots, the sniper must aim slightly above the target to compensate for the bullet's drop. One of the most critical factors of all is lateral wind, known as crosswind. To deal with it, sniper teams use instruments that help calculate wind speed and direction. However, this creates a major challenge in operations because wind behavior changes constantly, making the spotter's experience absolutely vital. Now, for longer range shots, another effect must be taken into account, the Coriolis effect. This effect exists due to the influence of the Earth's rotation on the shot. Since the Earth rotates from west to east, the projectile is affected during its flight. When a shot is fired toward the west, the target subtly shifts upward and toward the shooter, causing the impact to land below the initially calculated point. In shots fired toward the east, the effect is reversed. The target drops in relation to the projectile, resulting in an impact higher than expected. To help the spotter perform all these calculations, modern technology is used in operations, such as laser rangefinders, capable of determining the true distance to the target. Portable military rangefinders can measure distances of over 20 kilometers, with some systems capable of reaching up to 35 kilometers. We already know that any long-range shot involves a wide range of factors. Now imagine the world record for a sniper shot. The longest confirmed precision shot was carried out by an experienced Ukrainian sniper known as Wisław Kowalski. The Ukrainian sniper managed to hit a Russian soldier at a distance of approximately 3.7 kilometers, something never before achieved in history, and the entire event was recorded, confirming the claim. One of the factors a sniper must consider is breathing and the pressure applied to the trigger. Both generate micro-movements throughout the rifle, and as the distance to the target increases, these almost imperceptible variations become amplified, to the point where even the heartbeat can interfere with accuracy. For this reason, elite marksmen train to slow their bodies and reduce their heart rate, aiming to fire in the brief interval between one heartbeat and the next. It is precisely in this moment that the sniper squeezes the trigger, allowing for an extremely precise shot. It is important to clarify that military snipers are not trained to aim for headshots. But why if the head is one of the most vulnerable parts of the human body? This is because the head is a small area and is almost always in motion. which makes a successful hit extremely difficult, especially considering that sniper shots are typically taken at long distances, often exceeding 300 meters. Instead, the sniper aims for the largest area of the body, the upper torso. This region presents a much broader target and still offers a very high probability of neutralization. It must also be considered that the target may be moving, which makes a perfect shot far more complex than hitting a stationary target. Now, after everything explained so far in the video, imagine trying to hit a moving target from inside a helicopter. Snipers who operate in situations that require the use of aircraft rely on support systems. These systems help reduce part of the vibrations transmitted by the aircraft. Even so, due to movement, vibration, wind, gravity, and other factors, long-range shots become impractical. For this reason, soldiers are trained to conduct short-range operations, typically up to 200 meters. The complete opposite of a traditional sniper, who is capable of engaging targets at distances of several kilometers. The use of snipers aboard aircraft is relatively rare. At such short engagement distances, it is usually more effective to employ a machine gun since it can be used while the helicopter is in motion and provides more effective fire under these conditions. In ground operations, the sniper stands out by being invisible, meaning his ability to remain undetected. Initially, the most commonly used resource is the well-known ghillie suit. The sniper also uses elements from nature itself, incorporating branches and leaves, becoming part of the environment. The ghillie suit is one of the most effective tools of modern military camouflage, designed not simply to hide the combatant, but to eliminate his silhouette from the enemy's field of view. In natural environments, where the human eye is trained to detect shapes and movements that seem out of place, the ghillie turns the soldier into part of the landscape, drastically reducing the chances of visual detection. In addition to the suit, painting the face with colors that match the environment and camouflaging the rifle itself are essential measures to avoid detection. Even with all this preparation, the most difficult aspect of a sniper's job is still yet to come. The training required for a soldier to become a sniper is extremely demanding. He must learn stealth movement known as stalking. This type of movement is extremely slow and carefully controlled. The objective is to silently infiltrate the combat zone. That is why a sniper may spend days or even weeks crawling, staying hidden, and remaining completely motionless for long periods of time. In many ways, snipers create powerful psychological effects on the enemy. As a hidden threat, they represent a constant danger, highly lethal and extremely difficult for opposing forces to eliminate. Their mere presence on the battlefield is enough to generate continuous tension and paralyze enemy movement. Snipers generally prioritize high-value targets. As a passive countermeasure, officers often remove rank insignia and avoid visible salutes in open areas. An important point to highlight is that in modern warfare, particularly during the conflict in Ukraine, drones have made the sniper's job even more challenging. Equipped with thermal sensors, they are capable of revealing positions that would once have been considered well camouflaged, as body heat often exposes even the most careful marksman. Take a moment now and leave your like.